Good morning, it's Charlene. Today is the day I'm going to bake some crusty bread and I'm going to make some type of stew. I haven't decided if it's going to be seafood or not. We'll see. But for this recipe, you're going to do as much as you can ahead of time because it tastes better if it's allowed to marinate, basically. So I'm going to start with 3 cups of bread flour. I already have lots of flour for baking this season, but this recipe called for bread flour because it allows for a better product when you're baking. And so I'm starting with 3 cups of bread flour, 2 teaspoons of instant yeast, okay? This is because we want it to work fast, not harder or longer. So you want to make sure it says instant. And then I'm going to use 1 teaspoon and 1/4 of table salt. If you're using kosher salt, you can do, I think, 2 teaspoons. And then I'm using 1.5 cups of warm water. Make sure the water isn't too hot, just warm. And what you're going to do is basically assemble all of this into a bowl, mix with the wooden spoon to incorporate all the ingredients until you feel like the texture is kind of spongy, okay? So you don't want it dry like a regular dough when you're making like a pie crust. You want it to be a little wet, okay? And then you're going to take this, cover it with some cling wrap, which I didn't have, or a plate, and you're going to sit it on a warm counter somewhere in your kitchen, so furthest away from the cold. Okay, so I'm going to do that right now, and I'm going to let that sit so it can do its thing, and it's going to rise, and then I'm going to come back and finish up. Originally, we decided to use both of the last year trees that we had in the living room in the kitchen because they're smaller and, thinner. But once I started trimming the tree, I realized I didn't have enough decorations to get the tree to look full. So I decided just to do the one tree because I didn't want to purchase any more decor for the kitchen. So I'm going to use everything I have on the one tree, and the other tree I'll just put up because I know I have to purchase new items for my new tree in the living room. So to help me with my budget, I'm just going to simply just do this one tree, and it turned out beautifully. And now it's time to set the table. This is such a fun look, y'all. When my grandbaby walked in, because he's 5, his eyes got so big. And this is why I really wanted to incorporate like a country, more traditional type of Christmas look in the kitchen, because I do have a small baby here. And for me, Christmas really is about the children, you know, like making sure that they feel happy and excited about the traditions. Everything that we have here, I already had. You know, I shop a lot of after Christmas sales at Home Goods and Marshalls. So I pick up these things for less than $1 each. I had so many of these plates that I actually gave some away to my friend. I love these plates. I use them every year now. And I think only the centerpiece tree collar came from Dollar Tree this year. My daughter picked those up for me. Everything else I already had. So I am so excited with this look. It's so cozy, so fun and festive. We just adore it. Now that I've stepped back and looked at the tree, I absolutely do love it. There are some spaces there that need to be filled, so I will probably go to Dollar Tree, or I might get creative and bake something with some dough. You know, I did that last year just to give it some fillers. I really just don't want to spend too much money on this, so we'll see what I come up with in the next video.